What's up YouTube? Welcome back to another video here on EMKWAN Reviews with me, EMKWAN. Today's video format is going to be a little different from what I've put out recently on my YouTube channel. Think of this more of a vlog stroke discussion. I'm talking about a product that I've been using a lot for the last couple of months. It's a product that's on my wrist. I am talking about the Apple Watch Series 5. Now, this is a really interesting subject for me because a lot of you know I'm a big mechanical watch enthusiast. I like my automatic watches, I wear them. So for me, I've always been a little critical about smartwatches and what they've had to offer. I was even critical about the Apple Watch when it first launched many years ago, but things started to change for me when I handled the Apple Watch Series 4. And now that I've spent some time with the Apple Watch Series 5, that's what I want to discuss because it's a very interesting and different experience living with it, how I use it, and more importantly, answering a question. Is it a practical product or just hype? Before we get started with that discussion, let's go hit the gym. And that there is a wrap. Exercise done. So at the end of 2019, a couple of things happened that really forced me to start appreciating the greatest tech gift that I've been given, which is my human body. Started making a couple of changes to my life, started eating cleaner, started consulting with friends and professionals who are in health and fitness, and the Apple Watch Series 5 came out at just the right time. To be totally honest and fair, the Series 4 was actually a very, very good companion, but with the Series 5, we had updates to watchOS, with iOS 13 as well, that really pushed it to the next level. And for me, as my younger brother says, the numbers never lie. So graphically and numerically being able to see the progress, not only on a macro, but also a micro level, is probably one of the big standout points of the Apple Watch Series 5. And daily now, this is on my wrist, and I use this to track my progress because it makes things so much more easier than a lot of the other smartwatches and also a lot of the other fitness options that I've seen. There are a couple of things, not only with the watch itself. Closing the rings is a big deal. It's such an easy concept for the mind to grasp that you have to close these 3 rings. The biggest issue for me is working out. So closing that ring is a big, big achievement because my move and my standing pretty much throughout the day, I know I can hit that. All of those numbers you can adjust directly through the Apple Watch Series 5, but also through the relevant app on your iPhone. And that makes life incredibly easy. Not only that, but the fact that, once you choose to share your data with your friends, and you can choose exactly what you want to share and how much of it you want to share, you can compete with other people. And that's been a really fun thing to do as well. Those 2 features of making it fun and also graphical really make the Apple Watch Series 5 stand out for me when it comes to health and fitness. Now, I'm really tempted to go dip in there, but I really feel very hungry right now, so I think I better go grab some food first. Maybe we'll come back later to do that. Let's go. It looks like we got porridge on the menu this morning. Nice. This is something that to date, mechanical watch companies have not been able to do as seamless and as fun as what Apple have been able to do with their Apple Watch series. If you want to change the strap, it's relatively easy. I was wearing this NATO this morning. I fancy wearing the stainless steel, so taking it off, putting it on is really, really quick and easy. Slide and lock, and slide and lock. Not a spring bar in sight. Nice and easy. Customization on the Apple Watch is one of the things that I really like because you're able to go through these different watch faces essentially and customize them to your needs. Now for the past in the Series 4, I was using the infograph a lot, but I've decided to kind of just minimize it down by using something nice and simple. This is a big favorite of mine, particularly because we have the Hindi numerals that is quite a nice touch from Apple, and it shows they've paid attention to design. This is actually based off the Californian dial. Now the Californian dial, especially if you are a watch geek or watch enthusiasts, you will appreciate, because this is quite an iconic dial based on the Roman and the Arabic numerals down there at the bottom. And it's just a small attention to detail, which as a watch enthusiast, I can appreciate Apple having done with the latest version of watchOS and with Apple Series 5 as well. So that's a nice touch. Right, breakfast done. We got to go out. But what's the weather like today? Hey Siri, do I need a hoodie today?
The low in Al Reem Island will be 18 degrees today.
Rest of the world, that might be warm, but here, probably cold. Let's take one just to be safe. Right, Zain, come on, let's go. Just gone past 2 o'clock and the battery is down around about 56%. We're having lots of fun here. I've just come onto the balcony because I normally see the balcony from the windows. It looks absolutely stunning, the view of Al Reem Island here in the capital. This is Abu Dhabi. Absolutely stunning. Anyway, battery life, this is like kind of the middle of the day, and it's quite typical for what the battery life will be like, particularly for me, always on display, maximum brightness, notifications, a couple of calls that have come in, and obviously using this in the morning for working out as well.
I'm fine, how are you? Sorry to call you Saturday, man.
No problem, no problem. Talk to me.
I was trying to get in touch with you, and I said, let me just give you a... so I sent you an email. Did you get a chance to see it?
I had a quick chance to see it, which is fine. It's quite strict in terms of like a script. So can I... Hey Siri, remind me in 2 weeks at 7 a.m. to take my contact lenses out.
Done.
And it's done that in real time. My phone is nowhere around. Simple things like setting up appointments, meetings, reminders, calls, messages, weather, for example, as I did earlier on today. All of that becomes a lot more easier when you have a system on your wrist. Now, does it need improvement? Yes, it does. I wish Apple would really focus on that feature this year. But having it currently as it is on the wrist for small things can be a complete time saver. So there are a couple of apps that I use almost all the time on my Apple Watch, and most of those are actually the stock apps because I think Apple have done a good job with that. So things like calls, iMessage, emails, the activity app, heart rate monitor. There are a few third-party apps that I've used as well. Really quickly, this is one of them. It's called Zones. You're able to use this also to register your workouts, and it gives you qualitative information about your workouts, more details essentially. So you'll be able to see, for example, what kind of area you were in your workout, if it was cardio, fat burn, whatever. This is quite a useful third-party app. The other app that I've used a great deal of in this part of the world is Currency. Again, they've got an iPhone app, an iPad app, and one for the Apple Watch as well. So really quickly, you can put in numbers, for example. Want to find out what 250 dirhams is? Well, I'll be able to see at a glance what that is going to be with different currencies. So small things like that make the Apple Watch quite useful day to day. Other than that, the big thing for me has been using the Apple Watch with my AirPods Pro independent of my iPhone to listen to music. So I'm able to carry essentially my playlist because I have Apple Music and just go out sometimes for a walk and leave the phone behind. And it's a pretty cool experience to do so. What? That's a good day. It is now just after 10 past 10. Apple Watch battery is down to 19% battery, which is okay considering it's had the always on display, all those notifications, a couple of calls, using it for workout, so on and so forth. Is it amazing battery life? No, it isn't. I hope Apple can improve on that with the next generation. Also, there are a few other things that I wish Apple would do. I think those are tied in with the battery life. One of that is the sleep tracking. It would be great if the Apple Watch had a native sleep tracking app or function. I really think that's coming next year. But at the moment, unless the battery life is fixed, it's going to be a really difficult feature to take advantage of. Some of the other fitness trackers have that, but that's lacking somewhat on the Apple Watch Series 5. Remember at the beginning of the video, I said that we were going to answer a couple of questions. Well, I'm sure you can see from this vlog, it is a product that I do use on a daily basis. There's a lot of form and functionality that I get from the Apple Watch. And I think this is one of the reasons why it's one of the most popular smartwatches in the market today. It offers a lot and it does a lot of those things incredibly well. Is it perfect? No, it isn't. I think there is room for improvement, but I think Apple are focusing on this category of product essentially, and I can't wait to see what they launch for this year, 2020. I'd love to know your thoughts, so leave your comments down in the comment section down below. If you're new around here, welcome. Be sure to hit that subscribe button. And if you want to see another video style like this, but 24 hours surviving only on Apple Pay, then check out that video in the corner over there. That's it from me for now. I'll see you in the next video here on EMKWAN Reviews. I'm very tired, EMKWAN. Peace and blessings.